Well, I was told before that people didn't really like the whole walking around in an office thing that I did with my previous videos. So now I'm here at the communal living space for my apartment, and just assuming that people won't walk in and think that I'm a crazy narcissist or something. So anyway, I thought that I'd tell this story. Now, disclaimer, this story is actually a few years old. At the time, I just didn't feel like telling this story. Happened actually pretty close to when my YouTube channel started, and at that time, I wasn't ridiculously knowledgeable about rules in Magic the Gathering. And also, this situation happened in such a way that I wasn't on alert, you know? So anyway, here's the story. Hopefully we all learned something. I was at a pre-release, and there was a heck of a lot of people there because there was a lot of excitement. So I was in like the 7th or 8th round or whatever. It was the final round of the pre-release, and I was in the top match. So both undefeated. The other person was like a young teen, okay? And so they were trembling at the hands with this high stakes match. And so before the match started, they said, "Hey, do you just want to draw? I am so stressed out right now." And, you know, I love playing. So I said, you know, let's just play. This will be fun. So we play our first match, and then he wins. And then he still offers me the draw. And I'm like, I don't know. Let's do one more. If you win, then you just win the whole match, right? And if you lose, then maybe we'll reconsider the draw. So we play again. I win the second one. So now we're sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I know you really want this draw. You're really stressing out. You could tell. He was practically pale. And so what I did was I pulled out some dice. I was like, here, I just want to decide whether or not I should take you up on this offer. So I will roll these dice, and then if they're odd, then we will just keep playing. And then if they're even, we'll draw. And so then I roll the dice, and I'm like, okay, let's keep playing. And then a judge walks by, and he's like, wait, why were you rolling the dice? And then I explain just that my opponent was nervous and such. Now, the thing that I had completely forgotten was that Magic is really scared of being considered gambling. And so, you know, they don't want you doing something random like that. So basically what ends up happening is the judge pulls us to the side. And remember, this is an F&M, right? And he kind of has some options, because no matter what the rules say, if you're the only judge, you can do what you please, pretty much, right? So what ends up happening is he just disqualifies both of us for using a random method to decide the outcome of a game. Now, in my mind, it wasn't deciding the outcome of a game, because depending on the roll, I could still either win, lose, or draw, although admittedly it changed the chance of each one occurring, right? So anyway, we both got disqualified, which I think might make me one of the Magic YouTubers with the worst DCI record, because disqualifications are extremely rare. Okay. So the aftermath of all that is that kid gets gifted packs by the people that won below us, because they were just completely mind blown that the judge would go so hard on just like, you know, some random kid who was doing well at like one of his only pre-releases, you know? And needless to say, he never showed up again. And as for myself, I kept going. Nothing's going to stop me from playing Magic. It was just kind of a silly event. And I was actually sad because I had signed those dice that I rolled with so that I had not forget them. and then they got stolen at a GP later. So I don't even have them to remember this event by. But basically, I suppose the lesson to be learned here is that there are 3 ways that a match can end and no others. So one way that a match can end is you just concede to your opponent. You just say, I am conceding. Another way that a match could end is you could just say, would you like to draw? And you don't get to really say anything else, pretty much. If you want to be safe or whatever, asking for a draw, you just ask for the draw. Definitely do not be talking about prizes and stuff like that or money. If you want to draw, you pretty much just have to say, do you want to draw, and not really say anything else. And then the other way to have a game of Magic end is to just play the game of Magic the normal way. So I pulled out some dice. That is a 4th way to finish a game of Magic, and definitely not allowed. So I thought that I would share that story just because, maybe it would be something worth sharing so that this never happens to you. So you really think about the end of a match when you realize that your favorite YouTuber has been disqualified for this. And yeah, tell me what you think about this background, since the walking around in an office background wasn't so hot. And I guess I'll see you guys next video.